Okay, we are going live. Simo, are you in there? Okay, good. Hey there, friendlies. Welcome to the 22nd of May edition of the Beer Blaze and Bushcraft live stream. As you can tell, I'm not alone. Who I have with me here is
Serge. Healthy Survival, Louis.
Simon.
And we got some beer. I have a delivery that Austin sent me, which I will not show until Austin's here. Sorry. You could feel free to mute the phone.
Yeah, I'm trying to mute.
I think LT's got a new phone, so.
Yeah.
So when Austin's online, I'll open that. We'll open that together.
I felt like a midget.
Oh, you felt like the midget.
How the hell do you think I feel now? So the way this is going to happen is you guys are going to be, hey, is that Austin already?
Online, yes.
Hey there, Austin. Simo is going to keep an eye on the live chat, and he's going to let us know if any of you guys are being hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, is Outdoor coming on? Does he know?
No idea.
You want to drop him a line, or do you want me to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay.
He's going to be the master of communications over here.
He's the master of communications, of course, because you got a bunch of bushcrafty guys here. We've got a bunch of blades,
Yeah,
well,
you have mine aside.
Can I come on the show without blades?
No, you can't come without blades. You're like the blade master. He's the sergeant at arms, except he's a lieutenant. Are you still, or are you captain now?
Yes, I'm still.
Okay.
I refuse to go to captain yet.
You refuse?
Yeah, they want to promote me, but I don't want to.
No, that's fine. It's
Okay, just checking.
message. Yeah.
So who's that?
Mark Mill.
Hey, how's it going? Welcome to the live stream. I cannot see that screen, so I'm just going to hope that Simo keeps me up to date on who says what.
Sergeant of Blades, say Austin.
Sergeant of Blades. I'm going to mute mine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, not part of that club. The NCOs.
I used to be.
Yeah.
Am I the only guy who didn't do any military here?
Well, mine doesn't count. I was a cadet.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's like between the Armed Forces and the Boy Scouts. Yeah, it's
kind of initiation.
The youth wing of the Royal Canadian Air Force is what I used to call it. Although back then it wasn't Royal Canadian.
It wasn't. Yeah.
No.
Unification for those Americans that are present. They brought everything under the same roof.
Yep.
And stripped everyone of everything they had as royal title, except the regiments.
Yeah, the regiments kept them.
Yeah.
And in fact, everyone was wearing the Army greens for a while.
Yes.
From 1969-ish to 1986.
No.
I thought it was later than that.
In 87, we were brand new issued DUs, distinctive uniform.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
I think the official years in
86 officially.
I think
87.
Is that Tyler on there?
Tyler Rodriguez.
Hey, Tyler.
Yeah.
well, it's that buddy of mine. He went into the military 20 some years ago now, but he wanted to go into the Navy, but to go into the Navy you have to go into the Army first, kind of.
Basic training.
So
basic training is all the same.
But even then he wanted to go into the Navy, but they said no, you have to do your training in the military. So for a while he was wearing, as he calls it, the cabbage.
Okay, the green.
So
the olive green.
Yeah.
Austin, throw up the name of that channel, will you?
I think I'm actually subscribing to that.
Oh, you already subbed?
Yeah, so to that channel.
Yeah. So who's got beer, guys? Let us know who's got beer. You got beer. I got beer.
Guinness.
And I got a flat.
Yeah, Simone's on the Saint Laurent flat. Are you guys pouring yours into jars?
Just for the they didn't see it. It's a Colburn, which is the ship that went to Gaspésie area. I have a classic Guinness draft.
I have the Broken 7,
nice.
which is a Montreal. It's a Russe. It's whatever Russe is. It's a red.
Yeah.
Made here in Montreal by Les Vilains Brasseurs. Oh, in Joliette, actually. Joliette.
Yep.
It's a new brew.
Yep.
I'm gonna crack.
Yes. And just to let you know, we're in my workshop, so
We're in,
it is a workshop opener today.
So
Actually, if
there's one there.
there's one there.
yeah,
actually.
okay.
Oh, you're the one using the workshop.
Well, now I'm up on the stool, so it's like kind of. I'm not moving for the rest of the night. I just hope it won't. Okay, good.
You didn't shake it too much.
Yeah, I didn't shake it too much. Good.
So we're not entirely sure what the theme of tonight is going to be. It's
There's
just,
no theme.
we just brought a bunch of blades we wanted to talk about, essentially,
And books
and books. I didn't bring books.
and knots.
Oh, you brought knots.
Books on knots.
Books on knots, and the knots that the books are on.
Yeah.
And we brought beer.
And I actually still got a bunch of stuff related to EDC as well.
You've always got stuff related to EDC. It's like coming to Simone's place. It's like, what are we going to see this time?
Mm,
Yeah. Remember Alibaba?
Alibaba.
We're in the cavern.
The Alibaba cabin.
Yeah.
Does Alibaba sell in the States too? It's like it's a multinational.
It's a Disney movie.
Is that all going to fit?
I don't know.
Look
I'm
at
thinking.
Did my comment on Disney movie?
He's got his St. Lawrence flat over there. Okay. So what do we want to start with, guys?
Oh, I gotta say that.
Yeah, that's
That's great. Look at that, Simone. You chose the right jar for me,
Wow.
and I like the color. Look at the
Hey,
color.
by
of
the way,
this.
this is the last live stream I'm going to be physically here in Montreal.
Yeah, because
So-
LT is headed back to Quebec
Yeah.
City. So here's to,
So
to LT.
I'd
Yeah.
like to cheer everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks for
and I'm
having
not
me.
sharing on water.
No,
Oh,
you're
yes,
right.
you
You
are.
don't
Okay.
share on water.
Doesn't matter.
So here's to LT, who's headed back to Quebec City.
We'll have to do hangouts and things like that if
Yep.
you want to be
I told you
online.
guys I'm gonna figure. Oh, wow.
This is good.
Yes. Not what I was expecting, but
So-
still very good.
So should I bring you back a full crate of these
You
in
don't
3
need a
weeks?
crate. Oh, are you
From
going to be
Joliet?
in Joliet?
Yeah, I was in Joliet on Monday, and I'll be back there in 3 weeks.
So it's better than the salty thing that you had last time.
That I'm still like. I gotta try that one again. Now that I know what I'm gonna expect.
Is that Austin's asking if you're
So-
drinking beer or wine because
Beer.
it's red.
Yep.
Yeah, it's red, all right. Take a look at that.
Outdoors will be logging on soon.
Okay.
Good.
Tell me when he is on.
Oh, I gotta mute that.
Austin, I have the package that you mailed to me. So we'll be opening that online on screen tonight. So what's here? Oh, let's wait for outdoor to be on before we talk
Yep.
about here knives.
Yep.
Do you have something to show off?
I got a couple of things to show off. Want me to
Well,
start this out?
Why don't you start? Yeah, this time.
In
Indoor is his gaming channel. Now, Austin, he's I think he's dealing with a small family issue.
oh, is he?
Yeah, like someone that doesn't want to go to sleep, to go to bed.
Oh,
so
yes.
I think we all understand.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though it's not happened in a very long time.
Okay, well, as soon as Outdoor
The
Dauber
youngest
comes
is
on,
18, so.
I'm gonna want to hear I want to hear your thoughts on this once Outdoor Dauber comes on.
Oh yeah.
and he can
This
hear
will
it.
pop my
Here
eyes
it
over here.
Here he is.
There he is.
Outdoor
Okay,
Dauber? Ah.
So-
Jeez,
let's
that's
talk
gonna
about
be a
it.
long
Okay. Well, I haven't tried it because snow just barely melted away in my place, so I'm all caught up in moving the kids up in the apartment. But first feeling on the Garber, I like the weight of it. I like the grip. The grip is really, really, really nice, even for my hand, because sometimes either the grip is small or either they're too big. So I think I'm gonna like this knife a lot.
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm gonna like it a lot. Even though I have many knives to choose from, it's gonna be one I'm gonna try out for sure. It's a little sharp on the back, so I should be able to strike a ferro rod.
I tell you something from my experience, you're gonna have no problems.
Yeah.
That is my favorite Mora of all time, guys. Like, that's the Mora that I've been waiting for. Even though I've got one, I'm just kind of jealous when LT got it.
Well, you suggested it, so
I know.
it's-
May I?
yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead.
Oh yeah, I like the weight.
The weight,
Yeah.
the weight of it is less, not less gimmicky, but less toy.
Well,
Yeah.
the
There's
balance is different than I
there's
was
something
expecting
that-
when I
yeah.
first.
Just put it out for comparison purposes. And
Yeah.
Jesse, there's the other one. Yeah, that one.
Okay, out of class.
If we need some comparison purposes, here's one.
Or if I need an excuse to pull this thing out of the sheath.
Jeez, yeah. Oh yeah, and give it to me. I'm running away with it. Jesus.
Every time I pick that one up, I want to run with it. Wait a minute,
Uh,
that's not safe. We don't run with knives on this live stream, boys.
Watch me.
Especially
Watch me.
But yeah, the thing when I first
I'm
got
gonna
my
go
Mora,
closer.
you're gonna be able to get everything in there.
Oh yeah, it should be. The problem is not to get my hands.
The problem
Make it
is,
this way.
Yeah.
Simon,
Good.
the groomer's got to come up it.
Sorry.
Okay. So-
tilt it a little bit, smell like that. We could, yeah, there you go.
That grooming, that's not a 4-inch blade. That's more like a 5, right?
Yeah.
Five-ish, yeah.
5-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, clearly. In fact, it's bigger than the Roman number 1 because
Yeah.
the number 1
It is the
straight.
largest one, by the
Yeah.
way.
Yeah.
It's such a good size, and
Yeah.
I don't like 5-inch blades, but because of that blade shape and everything,
This is the Garbird, but this is the copy of the Mora
The
Light
Light
My
My
Fire. So it has the ferro rod in the handle. So it's a copy from China, HX Outdoors, 440C. Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Wait,
HD2.
No, this is
HD2.
440C. Okay.
HD2, which is
It's a stainless, right?
it's a kind of stainless. They have all kinds of steels, so it's very different. The blade geometry is a
It's
little
Mora-esque.
thinner. It's Mora-esque, but it's a little thinner than the Mora. If I compare it to the Garbird, so the edge, the first grind is less steep than the Mora. So for cutting through wood, that might be pretty good. But this is a thin handle.
Yep.
It's very thin. So the comfort in hand, the Garbird's going to win for sure. Toughness, I presume the Garbird's going to be better also. We'll see what that one does. It's a copy, so it's
Cheap Chinese.
well, not necessarily cheap Chinese, but it's a
Well,
Chinese.
I
knife.
felt like I had the occasion to play a bit with it, and it is actually not that bad.
The one thing that like, because I've never seen this knife before tonight, and I like what I see. The one thing that I didn't really like about it is that if I hold it like this, we're good to go. If I hold it like this, I think there are some hot spots, like because it's too
so thin. Yeah.
it's very, very narrow. Okay.
Yeah.
And especially because of like the window here and everything, like there's a hot spot right there.
Yeah.
Because when I'm carving and stuff, I really like, I don't hold it like this when I'm carving. Nobody does, right? It's like I really grip it and but for what this knife probably cost, this is probably a really good deal.
It was like $19.
Yeah.
No,
So-
jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's the higher price of the Chinese knife, but
So
still,
you can almost not you almost can't beat them for the
it was
price.
it was on sale at that point. Grabbed it, got it, lost another one again, and the Ganzo in the border probably, and
Oh.
never received the letter yet. So
That was a folder, I guess.
yes,
I'm curious to see this one over here.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
That one
well,
caught my eye.
when I started losing knife at the border, I've decided, and Jesse was like saying, maybe you should go for straight blade and Bushcraft deep blade. So I said, well, what the heck not? So I decided to buy another one. So this one comes with a plastic PBS, probably Kydex-like sheet with the multi-mount clip, which I put on the side, but you can put on vertical also. But that's very uncomfortable if you put it vertical because everything stick on your side. So this one is a brother. I had last live stream. I sent you pictures. I'm not sure if they show up correctly. This is the F01. It is a stout of a blade.
Yeah, that's for sure. Look at that, guys.
The blade's thick, not the blade stock, but the well, you say it, the tail,
the tang.
The tang
yes,
is thicker than the blade.
I'm in a room full of French guys, so I can't remember any of my English.
So the tang is thicker than the blade by almost an eighth, and makes for an heavy blade.
And it's 440C.
Yep.
So
Which
is a known quantity. You know what you're getting with 440C.
yeah, but at the same time,
wow,
it is not a bad steel.
Let's go back in steel time. 440 were the ultimate high quality steel of years ago.
I just want to call myself out for a second. The way I just passed this knife to Serge is exactly how you don't do it. What I should have done was this.
Yes.
Yeah.
But that's quite all right.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So 440C used to be the high quality of knives, blades. Everything was made in 440C. What changed over the time is tempering. And if the tempering is well made on 440C, it's easy to sharpen. It's a good quality blade. And you still find 440, 420, 420 HD, depending on the tempering, they are suitable knife.
But at the same time, 440C, when done properly, in 2019, is something like this.
Yes, and that one. Brothers is like the lower quality.
Every single Letterman right now has 440C.
Yeah.
You can have some of these Letterman can get the S30V as an option, but
their standard is 440.
Yeah, I mean, they're just buying 440C for everything and stamping and doing whatever they need with.
Yeah. This is huge.
Oh yeah, this is.
It is
it's a multi-tool.
It is a freaking huge Letterman Surge.
You know.
By the way, how's the sound, guys? Because we have one mic sitting there, and I'm not sure if it's getting us all equally. So if anyone has a problem hearing anyone, put it down in the notes. I won't be able to see it, so Simon will tell me how we're doing.
Hey Scott. Hey Zach.
4 nutsacks. Hey Scott. Zach.
Well, it's funny because I was about to ask.
Hey, Tenenbones here. How's it going, man?
If LT had a not sack.
Yeah. Outdoor daubers.
Is that gonna be? Is that how it's gonna be?
The scale on this one is really cute, really nice. I mean, they did. It's looks like micarta. It's
cute. I would say it's gorgeous.
Well, that's probably my French.
It is a very thin laminate.
It's micarta.
So it is micarta, but even
it's layers and layers of cotton and
linen.
Linen, yes,
technically,
resin.
Yeah, linen
and resin, but it is a very thin one,
and it's copper tubings for the
pins.
Rivets, the pins. Yeah, it's really nice, and it is sharp. It's a full flat grind with a secondary bevel, and it is pretty sharp. Yeah. So we'll see how it's going to last. These are going to be tested this summer.
Hey, Doctor.
No doubt.
Is that
Dr. Sharp?
Dr. Sharp's here?
Yeah, Dr. Sharp's in
the
shop.
Has me scared.
Little bit of buffering? Really?
Already?
How the hell can we be buffering?
Yeah, we're at Simone's, not your place.
I don't like your attitude.
Must be your equipment then.
Yeah, it must be my equipment.
Oh, that hurts.
Yeah, that took.
I see how
what I said and just brought it to a whole level.
Straight off the roof. Eh?
Yeah,
it's my last one. So.
Yeah, it's his last one ever.
If something goes bad right now regarding buffering, I'm pretty sure it's going to be on YouTube side because I've done my homework for tonight's live stream.
And just for show, I do have a folder. Always have one on.
He's always got a folder.
Always. It's a Enlin, which is not a mate I carry very often. It's the EDC I've used because I'm boxing a lot and doing moving for the office. Nice shape, G10
pretty.
scale. Yeah.
That's the weirdest swedge I've ever seen.
Yeah. It's kind of a mix in between the swedge and the blood groove.
Yeah, it's weird.
The fuller.
Yeah.
So it's like
a liner lock.
Fuller, yeah, liner lock. G10 stainless steel liners, and the blades is 8CR13, classic Chinese steel, equivalent basically
Which is
for
fine.
40. Yeah,
Which is fine.
it's a user blade.
It is a user blade.
You go dull, you sharpen it. You go dull, you sharpen it.
It doesn't have a very good edge retention. However, it sharpens
Easy.
nicely and easy.
Yeah, I could probably sharpen it.
Speaking of folders,
this. Oh yeah, mass drop. Jesus,
Mass drop.
yeah, which doesn't exist anymore.
No,
Which
now
I
they
could
just
drop.
drop.
Yep,
Yeah.
they've changed.
Yeah.
My gosh, are you kidding me?
It's a gent.
How much was it?
Got it on about a couple of months ago,
Not
and
sure
I think
about
it was about with taxes and customs and everything. I think I paid for 91 for.
I will buy
Canadian.
this next time they offer it.
Oh.
Man,
Good
good old
it is.
mass drop. Check this out, guys. Looky there. Looky there. It's
Is
like a tumbled finish here.
Yeah. Stone wash.
Carbon-
Stonewash. Carbon fiber
scales with titanium liners and an S35V blade.
What you get at mass drop for the price is incredible.
Yeah, and
You don't want the custom to take it though.
else. Well,
Yeah.
no, definitely not.
But would customs take it because it's
Still a folder. It's still. They could have taken this one if they had inspected it.
well, I thought it was
That's-
like a gravity.
Yeah, but
It's weird.
it doesn't open this way, so that's pretty good.
Yep.
But if you can move the blade and flick it open, which
Yeah, but then-
basically I just did, this one passed because of that.
Because of
Yeah. If the guy torques the pivot before sending it to you, then you're okay. But if the guy is pretty good and he opens it like this, I mean,
forgot about
they call it gravity and they take it.
Let's see.
This one is pretty
Just,
smooth.
that.
This one is smooth.
Yeah, that is smooth.
Compared to this one, oh yeah, this one's a brick. This one,
But that one will loosen up
it's-
as you use it,
because
right?
yeah, and I
like-
have to lubricate it and probably undo the pivot and do some work on it. But
How is that in your hands, though? Pop it open.
it's small.
It's all small, but I still like the feel of it.
Yeah, it
The
is.
fact that they had the little groove right there and just right up.
There's
could
one
easily,
thing
like,
with
really-
small knife. I have plenty of small and big. Carry mostly big knives, bigger knife, but small knife. They're easy to carry and they're there for light jobs. So depending on what you're doing, they're easier to carry, and often you can use them for lighter jobs. I got a couple
Can
of
you see this?
hike
I want
knife
this.
and one that's
I want
thin,
this knife.
and the thinner in the height
really
there.
close into.
A thin knife is way easier to carry for 4-inch, 5-inch than those that are wider a bit. So, anything interesting in the chat?
Oh, that's gorgeous. Here you go.
Bit of chat.
Hey, Outdoor just bought an Alox Pioneer for his son's first knife. Sweet.
There's also two major things that I'd like to discuss. I've mentioned to LT that I had an OTF
Out the front.
legal in Canada. This is the maker knife, and it's actually a utility blade.
You know what?
This is a
that's funny with
Kickstarter?
that?
It is a Kickstarter from a guy in Italy.
You had shown me that the last time I was here, no?
How do you? Can you flick it, or do you have to sort of?
The beauty of this one is actually you just need to push a bit on the tumble
Okay.
and it opens. But from there,
Wasn't in
You
camera.
can't see that on
it
screen,
wasn't
but
on screen, but literally you cannot. It is fully locked.
Yeah.
You won't be able to do anything with it. Now, it closes as easily. So how it works?
Give me a second.
It's the ring.
I know how it works. Oh, that's nice. It's there, right?
Yes,
Yeah, it's like
it's
a little
easier than
trigger.
Oh,
that.
but we can't show this on camera. Wait,
It is easier than
show
that.
them.
It is actually a wedge right below on which it actuates.
Yeah,
And the
that's
whole
cool.
thing is patented. So
So if you didn't get it on Kickstarter, you sure as hell ain't copying it.
there was a second run on Kickstarter. I'm not sure if it's closed yet.
Oh yeah. How much
Um,
they go?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same question.
The problem with Kickstarter.
Canadian, it was $70.
Oh,
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
let's put it that way.
That's a utility knife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But it is number 495
yeah.
Of
of that first batch.
Yeah.
So fine, I grabbed it and I really enjoy this knife.
Let's just say that again.
Yep.
You know, with the OTF that are illegal in Canada, this one could change the knife
Feel
law
nice in
if
hand.
the governing body were
I'm
willing
I'm
to.
sorry, but almost every single utility blades sell in Canada is
Is an
still
older front.
in OTF.
Yes, everything comes out the tip of the of the knife, and I mean we have a stupid law that the gravity knife and things like that are not permitted because it's so much dangerous when I can look at someone and say, I'm gonna make bad with my knife.
I'm gonna be bad.
Yeah, like this. So I mean, why are we prohibiting assisted opening, automatic?
Assisted opening is still not prohibited.
No, it's not, but they're ruling it out by their ruling and stupidity. But I mean, an out the front knife. Why is it illegal in Canada? I mean, there is no reason because a fixed blade is faster to pull out anyway. So, and I've seen a semi-automatic knife that are slower than me opening it with a flicker. So, I mean.
One thing that I had Serge bring.
Yeah.
I had him bring the axes because I think Simon wanted to see the axes that Serge has that we worked on and that he worked on.
Yep, I wanted to see it because I haven't. Well, did I saw it last time that I showed
Nope,
up
I
at your
don't.
place? No,
You might have seen the.
no. You showed me the other one,
Yeah.
not the first one.
Yeah, exactly.
I brought my F1 because I'm still absolutely in love with it. I have taught myself how to sharpen Scandi because of this knife.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've grown as a human because I've been using it a lot. And
I'm
not,
still a
like,
child, apparently.
But
Okay.
did he master the micro bevel?
I worked real hard on the micro bevel at all
Yeah, that's good.
as well.
Still some part you need to.
Oh, I'm still an amateur.
Micro bevels and I do not get along. I'm working on it.
You still have a
Oh yeah,
fold there.
rats.
Yeah.
And with the light from over there, I was
yeah.
able to see it very well.
Yeah.
Why did I look directly into the
just-
light? I don't know.
Sorry, it just went into my eyes and. But no, I mean you did good.
Yeah. I still really this knife, man. There's nothing beautiful about these, but I love
But Jesse,
this
there's
knife.
one thing I have to say to you.
What?
I haven't sharpened a knife for months.
No, because
Really?
you're just keeping adding them at the
You
end.
just keep
so.
buying your
Yeah.
knives. You don't have to sharpen.
Yeah, you're like, I'm not gonna sharpen this knife. I'm just gonna buy this new
Yeah.
one.
No, I'm just gonna grab one in the
Use it, throw it. It's like, you mean you can reuse those? Like, yeah.
No,
So
I
you
put
can-
it in the collection, but once I'm pulling out of the box, it's been 6 months I have it or a year, and then use it and put
Okay.
it in the.
I'm gonna pull a really old reference. Have any of you remember Rocket Robin Hood?
Yeah.
Jeez, yes.
Rocket Robin Hood.
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Friar Tuck, whenever he ate, he
Yeah.
takes one
Mhm.
bite, throws it back.
Yeah.
That's LT with knives.
Yeah, LT
Click.
with knives.
Like cut a piece of rope. Well, that one's no longer good. It's a good thing. I
No.
just bought a new
I
one.
keep everything. I have stuff from like 20, 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
Still on. I still have my original canteen I used in the cadets
Wow.
that
Oh,
my
geez.
father bought. So I still have that.
Oh,
Nice.
I haven't found back the my
I
bags.
I still have mine too.
Yeah.
I do not.
You know that I put on Instagram the fork knife and that you can split like
Yeah.
a camp knife that you pull a fork, a spoon, and a knife out of it, and all other utility.
Yeah.
That's the original when I was like 12 years old. It's a cheap Chinese steel, really crappy, but
Yeah, Tenenbaum, exactly.
Nope.
Robin Hood.
Actually, Otto has a better one.
Does he?
Yep. My knife is dull. I think I'll buy 8 or 10 new ones.
Hey, actually,
I
since
bet you
everyone's
half
here,
the audience didn't even get my reference either.
well, I don't know, like,
it's still on YouTube. You can still see the team.
Yeah.
Like the
been a while.
Sentinelle de l'Air, the
It's old though.
Captain Scarlet just did. Anderson, the guy that the Muppets,
Mhm.
just pull out a new series on Captain Scarlet, but CGI instead of puppets.
Well,
Captain Scarlet was like
first
a
of all,
mystery.
it probably is the legacy of Anson because
He should. Well,
Well,
it is, but
he
he's
died a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
well, he
Well,
but
died.
they finished his work. It was
Some
it
years.
was doing like the 2000 some remake of the original. Well, a follow up to it.
So,
Hey, Scott.
I just want to, since everyone's here, Austin sent me a package.
Yeah, Scott.
Move that aside.
Yeah, I guess we're gonna have a little.
I've already,
Do you need a knife?
I've already covered all the addresses, and it's actually Serge's.
What?
Yeah, 3 or 4 of us got together and bought you something.
Oh, really?
God.
So,
Do
do
you
you
need
have
a
a
knife?
knife with you?
Of course, I always have a knife on me. My wife's like, "What's wrong with you?"
This is a gift from Simon and me and Austin
But I
and
want to
Outdoor
see it.
Dauber and
Uh-oh.
my mom.
It's just
Oh, a buck.
a buck knife
Yeah.
because I'm all about budget. All right.
Well, same budget
Oh,
as these
Jesus. Jeez, guys, man,
ones. Oh, it's nice.
I don't believe this. Now I feel like horrible.
Why? You
Why?
should feel
Why?
great.
Because
There's a note.
there's a note.
Read the
In
note.
a way, I feel I don't deserve this.
Why not?
Okay.
Everybody deserves good
Oh,
stuff.
I know, but
Yeah.
Yeah, time to time.
Oh, it's
Ah,
a
this-
tactical
this-
tailor.
This is
Oh,
awkward.
that's
Anyway.
nice.
Mhm.
Yep.
Uh huh. Oh yeah, that's a nice knife. Yeah, that's a nice knife.
We received it yesterday.
Yeah, it arrived at my place yesterday.
Yeah.
I warned my wife that it was coming.
And it's funny because the fact that I actually said I'm like kind of, well, I'm not poor, but you know, my budget is tight. It's funny I brought these particular items tonight. All right, I'll read this out loud here. Serge, hope you enjoy this bag. I think I will. I and some of the guys thought that what
You would appreciate.
you would appreciate it. Have fun and get outside. Damn right.
Yeah.
All the best to you and your new
Ooh.
family. Thank you very much, Austin.
Nice.
My God.
this
Yeah.
bag.
Yeah,
Yep.
that looks.
You've got the
Gorgeous.
the place.
That's
for
a nice
the,
one, Austin.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
it
nice one.
is.
And again, like I said before, I'm kind of like on the budgets right now.
Yep.
And 2 things. I think if I go out in the woods that I want, which is higher quality. First, a
Bag.
bag,
A bag.
and second, a tent.
A tent.
This,
Yeah,
this could be a
because-
72 hours bag, huh?
Yes,
Easily.
could be.
Yeah, easy.
Yep.
If you go light.
Which you should.
you,
Anyway.
I'm always light.
Well, yeah, but depends of how much trouble you want to be in the
Oh,
woods. But
for sure, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
I like it.
I tend to carry too much, but you can put pouches on the side.
I used to
Yeah,
carry
exactly.
too much, but I've
Yeah.
been really trimming it back lately. So yes, as I said, this is a gift from Austin. Organized this. Me, Simon, Outdoor Dauber, and my mom.
Well, thank you, Colette.
She's not here.
No, she's probably watching, but she doesn't
Yeah,
talk very
and-
often.
on thanks, guys, Simone, Jess, and Outdoor. Thank you very much.
Austin, is there anything that everyone needs to know about this?
That's a comment of other lovers, but it's for you.
Well, Austin just commented, glad everyone is happy. So
Are you kidding? This is amazing.
This is beyond amazing.
I am so jazzed right now.
Yeah, Tactical Tailor makes pretty good stuff.
yep, they are.
Oh my God.
I would recommend you get 2 Molly pouches on each side, and then you're expanded to 72-hour easy.
That's
A
awesome.
first aid kit and your fire kit or something like that.
Oh, that's
Jeez.
yeah. Thanks, guys.
If I had known, I mean, I would have brought something for there, but in the car, I think I have something.
That's right.
I think in the car I have one.
You might have
So,
something.
All right.
We'll give you a
That'd
patch.
be.
We'll give you a patch. I wasn't on.
Is it like an LT patch?
a LMC patch?
Nice. I will put that on with honor.
I think I have one in the car. Sure.
If not, you can always email. You can always mail one and all.
Yeah.
Or
next week.
Yeah.
Something like that.
When are you moving back to Quebec City?
Next week, 1st of June, I'll be driving back to Quebec City, not looking back again to Montreal. So back home with the kids, the house, and everything. Trying to move the kids up to the apartment so I can empty part of my.
Dr. Sharp says, "Nice pack. Are you worth it?" He's okay.
It'll become worth it.
These are awesome tents. What kind of tent was Zach talking about?
Zach was talking about Alps monitoring, which are
Fabulous.
just awesome.
Yeah, there
Wow.
must be at least like the Eureka here.
Austin
No,
says
they're better.
Better?
Oh
I'm
yeah.
gonna keep this note. too.
Austin says that about the quality of that bag. He bought it 8 years ago, and it's been everywhere with him, and it's still in great condition.
Wow.
Use it, care for it, and it will serve you well. I don't doubt that, Austin.
I think I might actually frame this. This is like just a note because
Then you know what you wrote is okay. It's perfect with him.
yeah, it's extremely generous, guys. Extremely. I'm floored.
Oh, me too. I'm excited about this.
So wasn't it the anniversary of someone lately?
Yeah, I was yesterday. I turned 47 yesterday. My wife says I turned 16, but she's wrong. She's wrong. I've got a sore back, I've got a sore knee, and my pride is. Do I need a knife to open this?
No, not this one.
Okay.
How disappointing! No.
I should have taped it.
Oh.
Oh, I know what that is. Check this out, guys. Oops. Oh, that's cool.
There's nothing else that says that.
No, it's-
I think I've seen something.
That looks like an overstrike color. Yeah.
yeah.
Remember a certain prototype you seen
Yeah.
on Instagram?
Yeah.
You didn't even see it coming?
I remember I saw that on Instagram.
Maybe
Yeah.
I had an axe to land.
Yeah.
So basically okay, I'm going to do something because I'm really warm because I'm wearing two level of clothing. So I'm going to take this one off because, hey, got to represent the daughter.
Okay.
Okay, which is her works, Electro work, which is did you just? Oh, you had another. You brought your axe?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you had your axe.
How convenient.
How convenient! I mean, geez, who would have thought?
Can you guys talk to everyone? I'll try to put this
Do you want
on.
me to put it on?
Sure.
I get pretty much experience now.
All right.
So
Well,
basically, I'm going to run down the characteristic. This is veg tan leather with a double layer of the same material as this one. This one is not like it's a how do you call that?
This is a fake leather.
Kind of.
Yeah.
So this one is a real leather. It was colored by my daughter and engraved RDB.
Yeah.
Rain Dance Bushcraft.
Yeah.
It's sewn subtle stitch, and we folded over the edge so that the hole doesn't pull open. So it should last for a while if you don't bang the handle too much.
No, it's gonna do
It's its job. I mean,
I'm pretty good at not,
Banging it?
not banging it too hard, too much.
okay.
Although I did a good one. I put up a video last Sunday about clearing some land and chopping up some. Not clearing some land, but clearing my mother-in-law's flooded land and chopping up some driftwood and stuff. And I did a pretty good overstrike, thanking the lords, whichever lords may exist, that I was using my Gerber axe and not something good.
Not the weatherling.
Yeah, not the Wetterlings.
Yeah.
Seriously. A small tear would come from your eye. You'd be like, oh.
Well, with this one once, I was doing, that thing. Have you guys ever seen, I think, what's his name? Flowers? Was his name
Joe Flowers?
Joe Flowers?
Yeah.
He did a video showing this, and I've done it before, where you lay a log down on the ground and you stand over it with your legs spread and you just kind of like a reverse golf swing. Hope the hell you don't catch yourself in the nutsack with the handle.
Don't know why I was thinking about that.
Because,
Nutsacks.
And I was just I was pounding, a bunch of them. And, oh, man, I missed one and dug the axe right into the sand and the gravel. And, the edge was all, chips.
Well,
and I had, a single tear going down my cheek.
Well, it is still a Gerber, right?
No, that was with this
that
axe.
was with this one.
Yeah. It was with the Gerber. I'd be giggling about it.
Yeah.
Look what I did. This one, I was like...
right back. This one was a great chop in the nutsack.
Oh, it was metaphorically, yes.
Metaphorically.
It felt
everything went in.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was so unhappy. I was like, my wife was like, what? What happened? I can't talk right now, honey.
Not now.
There's my daughter, but daddy, that's a bad word.
Yeah, and then they don't understand the relief. Yeah, then they don't understand the relief of that swear word. That's why Frank
I feel so good.
Swear so much because the relief you feel when you pound a tabernacle in the air, a square one. I mean, it's almost better than anything else.
I had one at
nearly
work actually a week ago.
That's what I was looking for.
I just wanted to explain something to our American friends before we go there. In French Canadian, okay, in Quebecois or Acadian or Franco-Manitoban or whatever.
French Canadian.
In French Canadian, you can string a really long sentence together that consists of nothing but the words, bad words and of or
a combo.
Like a combo,
Yep.
And
the longer it is, the harder you hit yourself or something like that. I mean, once you got past 6,
that something big happened.
Don't deal with that man.
Walk the other way.
Yes. Like they say, walk away. Walk the F away.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because if he strings 6, he's pissed.
Hey, Dr. Sharp just retracted a message.
Probably not sex.
Overstrike caller for your
right here, huh? Right here.
Huh? Boom. Message retracted. Doctor says to show it up close, please. You're talking about
we will.
Not the nutsack, right?
No, not the nutsacks. Nobody wants to see those ours.
Well, there might be some women watching.
I don't think there's any on there.
Is Survival Lady on?
Hey, Zach. You had the worst luck last week. Had 2 infections and 3 prescriptions.
Oh, jeez. What
the hell?
What the hell did you do?
What's going on, man?
Which women did you go with?
Oh, no. He missed out on a wine tasting. Whoops. Hold on.
So now the nuts I'm going to do there, I'm going to do at the end of the lacing
Dr.
is
Sharp,
a square knot. So you should be able to undo it.
Okay.
Dr. Sharp, this is the squaring that we're using in French Canadian is totally different than the one used in France, in Belgium, or in Switzerland.
Yeah, in Quebec, it's
totally different.
Oh yeah,
it's mostly
religious words.
Religious words, yeah.
You gonna hold it up in front of the
because we have a kind of a weird relationship with the church. Well, the Roman Catholic Church.
Yeah, we have a bad relationship with our own church.
Yeah. Okay, LT's going to hold it up so you guys can see.
So, hopefully it's going to focus.
Yeah, it's in focus.
It's impossible.
So, the lacing is straight leather lace, saddle stitch.
That looks good.
Yeah, there's some engraving along the edge with the maker's mark, which is a tricotra that my daughter likes a lot. Not sure if it shows. And we have engraving with RDB, and underneath the collar, there is color for the mountain and the lake of your sign. So there is coloring underneath. It just didn't stick too much. It's second prototype, so that's our second prototype of these she makes.
So you know what we'll do? Does she have a website or something that we can put up in
the name Electra's Work on Facebook? She will have a page up, and yes, she will take orders.
Okay. But I like the fact that it's like you said, there's color, but it looks
a
little bit
shadows.
But honestly, I kind of like the fact that it's kind of like
subdued.
Yeah.
Well, it looks black, and with the black lace in the back.
This is black. Because she's black, but
that looks.
This is supposed to be blue, dark blue, and this is supposed to be white.
Okay.
But with the color of the
leather and
the leather,
tanning,
it's it changed.
Oh, guys, Austin is leaving.
See you later, Austin.
Ciao, Austin.
So on my Instagram, when I recovered the picture I took and the close up of this, I'll have that on my Instagram, and my daughter on her website. She's going to be also showing it. She has a bundle of pictures of the process. The veg tan is double up from the stitch, almost from the stitch to the other side on the stitch. So we have another thin leather glued inside, so it's kind of padded.
Nice.
Yeah, I like it. By the way, Austin said, before you say anything, Serge, Austin says he's hopping off. He might jump back on later. Serge, enjoy the bag. Thanks to all the guys who helped out with that. I have so much feel-good feelings about that bag right now.
You, myself more than you think.
Oh, man, I'm so happy about it.
Oh, it's like I'm ecstatic, man.
That's cool.
We actually put a good one on that on this.
On that bag, yeah.
This is cool too, though, man. Check that out.
Just in time for my last.
Just in time.
But your daughter does leather work?
Yes, she does.
Okay.
She's self-learning. Because she does cosplay, she likes to use natural fabric, so she started leather.
I get it.
She started with oiled leather, so it's already tan and everything.
Yeah.
And then she wanted to do something more, be more artistic on the leather work. So we initiated, or we got her the first one, the veg tan, and then. It went on and on and on, and now she's getting all kinds of tools all the time when it's her birthday and Christmas and everything. So,
for my birthday, my wife bought me a beer fridge full of microbrew, and purely because, and I can't show it because we're not at my house, but because I had said to her that I'd like to get, you guys know, like those little tiny tabletop that you can put 4 bottles in,
or 6,
because every night, by which I mean every Tuesday night, because I don't drink beer every night. It may look like I do, but I don't. Every Tuesday, I set up my stuff, and then I just rock it upstairs at the last minute, grab a beer, run back down so that it doesn't get too warm. So I want to get just a little guy, have 4 bottles in there. And,
by your computer.
Right next to the computer.
Yeah, now he's going to drink every night.
And that will get expensive in terms of money and in terms of my ego. Let me tell you.
Yeah, his ego.
But, I guess she looked at the price of those little guys and the price of anyway. So
forget that.
Yeah, she's like, well, your gift's in the basement. So we walked down and I saw them. So beautiful. Well, open it. I opened it. Love you, man.
I have one of those at home too.
The little fridge?
I think it's it's the same type. I'm not sure, but like when they're
bar fridge,
when they're on special,
it's small. They're 7 cubic.
They're like under $100.
Yeah.
It's like you can't go wrong. You can't go wrong.
Yeah, I guess we're going to have to refill also. Eh?
I only brought one.
Oh, you only brought one?
Yeah.
Jeez, I have a second one up there.
Because I'm driving home.
Yeah.
I didn't
I
want to
am
be
too.
like 600 mils or anything.
I'm the one that at home is still not drinking. So
Yeah.
I feel bad about myself now.
Yeah, real Canadian drink beer every night.
Yeah.
But I would suggest what you should probably do is move up the top shelf. You move it up a bit like that. You could have them standing up.
Yeah.
And you could probably lie down a few on the top too. At home, what I do is I have them standing up underneath, and on the top wall I have like Cokes and like other beverages. You know.
do you know?
Cheap stuff.
Do you know what we've done? Well, it was almost 20 years ago. I used to work in a data center, and we couldn't have anything on the floor while working there.
Okay.
No water, no nothing.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Nothing.
Nothing, because you're it's big buck money, man. It's you just can't. We had to retire an old VAX server. You know, the kind of that just takes half a rack.
Yeah.
Right.
So we got it out and pulled the fridge in it.
Ah,
That was
okay.
a fast one.
Man, I haven't thought of VAX servers in years. Concordia used to have all these VAX servers.
Well, Concordia,
Government.
many companies, yeah. But we literally, we gutted one and put a fridge on it.
Wow. Okay.
And our boss didn't discover it until we dismantled the data center.
Did you put your axe away?
It is.
Maybe you want to show the prototype. We didn't show you very much the prototype. The first one prototype, because of the type of leather we used and the liner we put in, it was basically another layer. So same principle, but the hole were stretchy because of the type of leather it is. And
That would be. It's like there's a cushion.
this one has the cushion also.
Yeah, but it's more of a
It's
dual
complete.
layer.
That's why because of that we went with the full piece inside. So it's two layers, one of this thickness and one in this one. So makes for a cleaner look on this one.
Like what it's hard to show is that there's two layers of leather here.
Yeah, because we didn't show it up at that before putting it
Yeah.
on.
No, she really did a good job with that.
Yeah.
And I love the fact that it's like it's almost perfect with the
Well, we
the
had
lugs of the
we had the
axe.
axe, so we could go very very near, but it would be easy to make a very narrow one and these axe. Yeah. So I can steal him one.
Tell you what, every time I'm here, I'm like, put it in my back pocket.
I'm not gonna complain. I just got a bag.
Yeah. Then the last thing I received from from Amazon.
Amazon.
Jesse was complaining his pocket bellow came in a plastic tube. Mine came in this fuzzy,
Little fuzzy bag.
fuzzy bag. So I'm gonna be able to try that.
What I noticed about this one,
Get one.
yeah, and they're cheap as chips, but LT's is longer than mine. Like mine has more sections, but it folds about yay instead of yay.
4 inch instead of 6.
Yeah, kind of. This one's probably a little more robust than mine. But I mean, for what these things, what all these cost, well, was this expensive? It was like $4,
7.
7.
So,
Yeah,
so,
kind of.
So kind of.
Yeah, but this is a nice little package.
If you have the chance to pick up an old bunny antenna, chop the top, chop the bottom,
Same deal.
same thing. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a tube.
It's a tube, and
Just
mine,
don't use pliers. That's
just don't use pliers.
Well, yeah,
Well, speaking of pliers,
oh, crap.
yeah.
Speaking of pliers,
I have an update to do on this wonderful or
Oh.
awful,
Center
just
drive?
depending on how you want to put it,
Yeah.
on the center drive. Even marketed as being a heavy duty multi-tool. Well, surprisingly, it's a Gerber.
yeah, I was about to say this is a
so
Gerber,
it is
so
not.
it's heavy duty.
It used to be able to be
Anyway,
heavy duty.
this little thing, because I still need to show it off to all of you, for those of you that haven't seen it so far, has little inserts.
The replaceable blades is what they are.
Yeah, except
they're not blades.
Except they aren't in steel. They are in ceramic.
Oh.
So they are as cracky as they can be.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, brittle.
Okay, but do they do that so that there's no sparking or something? Maybe like
No. They're just doing it because it's cool and yeah. So don't try to cut anything heavy with this. They will not chip. They will crack. Because actually, I've been able to track down the exact model number of these inserts, and they are used in on lathes, on metal lathes. But they are fully supported when you use it on lathes, and you're only using the corner, not the full edge of it. So being able to rotate them is kind of a good idea.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's totally useless because whenever you're going to need to rotate them,
it's because they crack.
They will have crack, and you won't be able to use them at all.
Well, the advantage of having ceramic in most cases is the fact you don't have to sharpen it often.
Yeah,
No,
because it stays sharpened for like forever almost.
Yeah, but you can't cut nothing.
But exactly, yeah.
Yep.
So it's like,
so the pliers are actually quite good. The screwdriver is actually its main strength, surprisingly, because it is the case.
And what's nice about it is that curve means that it's centered.
It is centered. It is the whole point.
That's
center drive.
Yeah.
The name.
Yeah. That's actually a very good screwdriver for the pliers are quite good. The blade isn't that bad.
It's 440. See,
that's Chinesium, by the way.
Yeah. Gerber is always. Hold on, I just want to say Zach Fudge has a 32-inch mini fridge in his room at his place for his Tuesday and Friday
Zach,
night
I
brunch.
ate you.
Nice. Outdoor says, is that an axe in your pocket? Yes, it's an axe in our pockets. Don't finish the thought. Dr. Sharp says, for a second he thought you were going to fire a spitball at the lens. A spitball?
Oh, at the lens?
Yeah.
They almost do that?
Hey, Zach got a free Leatherman. Oh, no, got a Leatherman free as a gift from the girlfriend's mother. Nice. That's a nice gift.
That's a very nice gift. Very last thing. Two things on commenting. The tools inside are still awful. Okay. There's nothing to do with them.
Yeah.
What you got in there?
Well, you got a weird file that you still need to open the whole thing up.
I see that?
Yeah.
You could probably strike a ferro rod with it, which is.
I know what it's good for.
Oh yeah, your nail.
That's about it.
Oh geez, look! I just.
Yeah.
It is. For nails.
You're dirtying it up, man.
I'm dirtying it up.
But that's about it.
This looks like a gun sight. That's just the lanyard for a hole.
No, it is actually the lock.
That's the lock.
The tool lock. Yeah, you need to.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it doubles as a lanyard for.
And also, you can grab it.
There's this small pry bar / bottle opener.
A bottle opener, which you love. Which you love.
Doesn't drink, so.
Everybody likes a bottle opener, right? Because everything's got. The bottle opener on a multi-tool is like the clock on a VCR or the clock on a microwave or the clock on every single thing.
It's useless on me.
Wait, does it have a clock on there too?
I don't see one.
There's still a serrated blade, and there's still a hull and another a storage bit right there. Which is not that bad. Nevertheless, it is a medium duty multi-tool. It is not a heavy duty tool.
It's too expensive for the quality of tools.
Yes, exactly.
And there aren't a lot of tools in it.
And don't forget, this is 150 Canadian dollars.
This is $150.
Yeah.
It is actually more money than the Letterman Surge.
Yeah.
I'm carrying around.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that. Why did you buy this at that
I
kind of price?
didn't. It was gifted to me.
Oh.
But
Okay.
So now they know.
but
I hope they're not watching this.
Yeah, I hope they're not watching. Exactly.
and by
They'll
the
be
way,
like,
the
"Jeez."
person that gave it to me, it was as a present on a contract that I've done with them, because they are issuing this multi-tool to their employees,
Okay.
and it was their first and their last order of that multi-tool.
No shit.
So what are they handing their
There's
employees now?
there's one thing that I really like about this multi-tool, and it is actually not an accessory that comes with. It is actually a metal sheet that you can order online.
Which is a nice touch, though.
Yeah.
And that one especially, and it is freakingly good, but it is mainly because you can open the whole thing up straight from the sheet.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
I'm just seeing who's...
close
Dr.
it back.
Sharp has actually used the can opener on his Victorinox.
Yeah, it's a Victorinox. That's fine.
My
Zach
father.
says, if you want a clock on a multi-tool, Victorinox might have one.
Well, yeah, my father has the super tool from Victorinox. It's a nicely made multi-tool, but most of the tool you don't use. So I mean,
I don't know it.
it's similar. It's similar to any of the multi-tools.
Yeah, it's
nothing
Yeah.
very
The
different.
thing that I traditionally liked about... Because when the first Leatherman arrived, it was like, wow,
It was
that's
a
not a
revolution.
Swiss Army knife.
No, it was a revolution.
But-
it was more of
Yeah.
a tool.
Exactly,
Yeah.
but as everyone has gone the Leatherman route, I'm getting a whole new appreciation for the Swiss Army knife
well
because like
Well, it's simpler.
it's simpler. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are no longer simple.
No.
The first Leatherman was pretty simple.
Oh,
It
yeah.
was a
There's
really
one.
cool.
and there's two other Victorinox.
Well, I
that's
have
right there.
I have an anecdote about the pliers in the woods.
And yes, this is my EDC today, a serrated blade.
Yeah,
We've talked about this a lot.
Oh,
This
yeah.
is a serrated blade that I like because look where it's serrated.
up front.
That's a
Yeah.
steak knife, Holmes. Oh, I'm talking right into the mic. Sorry, guys. Because what this does is it leaves the carving part of the blade
Yeah.
non-serrated.
Yeah.
Like when you're doing feather sticks or tent pegs or anything
Yeah.
where you're doing like bushcrafty carving things, it's not serrated.
Yeah, because basically all the pressure is going to go at that point.
Yeah, that's the thing. You carve
Yeah.
right there.
If it's serrated, you're going to be doing a sawing motion, right?
Yeah.
And you
Outdoors.
don't need to
Have
put
a
a
nice
whole lot
one.
of pressure.
Who's leaving?
Outdoors leaving. So
All right, see you
Have a
outdoor.
nice one.
Ciao.
See you next week, hopefully.
Can I see this?
Yes. This
While
is
it's checking it out, I have an anecdote about pliers in the woods. When I was young Army cadets, we were still eating sea ration, can ration,
No.
like
Yeah.
Korea War
kind
era.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they were dated Korea War. So we often use the can opener that everyone knows, the P90,
The P38.
P38, but we had a Canadian version that was like 3-inch long,
Yeah.
which was even better. And we had one problem. How the heck do you eat up the can on the fire without burning your freaking hand?
Yeah.
Because you left the lid partly attached so you can retrieve. But the problem is nobody was issued leather gloves
Mhm.
Yeah.
to manipulate because we were cadets. So everyone arrived with wool gloves, and I mean it's
That's where
77.
pliers come into their own.
Exactly. I
Okay.
started carrying a small pointy nose, small nose pliers, needle nose pliers.
Yeah.
And one of my instructors all of a sudden saw me use that and pulling out that of my pocket. And he says, "Why in the hell would you carry a plier in the woods?" Well, I said,
I like
if
this,
I
by
need
the
to
way.
pick up my cans on the fire, I don't burn my hands. And he says, "Holy crap." And hold and behold, 30 years later, military are issued Lettermans or Gerbers
Yeah.
or whatever they
But we don't
decide.
get cans in their
But
rations
we don't
anymore.
get the
No.
cans anymore. But hold and behold, the pliers is in the freaking kit to be in the
funny.
woods. So it's kind of funny. I mean,
my comment on this, because like growing up, it was like Swiss Army pocket knife was like
this
standard. Yeah.
or the
Everyone
smaller
had one.
one that my father carries. all
And
the time.
I really like this one because again, it's simple compared to this monstrosity over here.
Yep.
My only negative thing is the locking mechanism.
It's
Now
upside down.
exactly,
Yep.
it's like for a left-handed person. Instead, I'm not going to do it because
I hadn't even
I'm
noticed
awkward,
that.
but I have to really go on the other side to close it.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing that
It is a bit awkward in a
Awkward.
way that they're doing it. However, I do have one upstairs that doesn't have that flaw.
Which one is that?
The larger Ranger grip,
Oh, yeah.
79, I think.
Maybe you should step off screen and get it.
Yeah,
Which is
and
your
the beer.
Victorinox that I love? Which is my favorite
The Rescue.
Victorinox?
it is actually the same size as this one.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it,
it's the
it had a
Rescue.
It
red.
is the Forester M.
Forester?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I really like that
it is
one.
actually the same thing, except that the Forester has a corkscrew opener, and
Yeah.
this one has a Phillips screwdriver.
Yeah.
Let me step away for a second,
And I'll take the second beer.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will wish that I brought a second beer.
Yes.
And I didn't think about bringing my Swiss Army because that one's the one I've had for like
Years.
like decades.
Tell you what, I had a Swiss Army knife for years and years and years. It was a very simple one knife, like maybe a little
Two
saw.
blades, yeah.
2 blades, yeah.
Yeah, the classic gentleman knife.
Yeah.
I have one. My father-in-law gave it to me.
I no longer. I don't have most of my stuff from back in the day. You
Yeah.
know? So I keep sort of like looking at the Victorinoxes and thinking, maybe I'll get. I see a yellow handled axe up there.
Yeah. The big thing with the Victorinox, the smaller size than these, is when I was young, I was always afraid of losing it.
Oh, that makes me think of a nice little story, by the way. My brother had a Victorinox, which
This is the bigger one.
I forgot what we were doing. I think he cut a branch or something. He dropped it.
Oh.
We looked for the damn knife for like, I think half an hour, 45 minutes, till we said, you know what, screw it. We're never going to find this knife. He went back, I think, maybe 5-10 years later with a metal detector, found it, and he was able to. It was still like, it was a little rusted, a little corroded, but it was still usable. Those knives are tough as nails.
Yeah.
You know,
They are.
They have the reputation, and after seeing that, like personally, I'm like,
Yeah.
I was sold on it.
This is my second beer, just so you know.
The Creamore Springs?
Yeah. Premium
So-
lager.
So Serge, the comment that you made related to the Swiss Soldier 08, this one is different because the liner lock is still there but doesn't exist.
You're gonna love this when you see it.
This one,
There's a trick.
This
to
one,
What's the
you
trick?
need to press on the shield.
Press on the shield.
Ah,
It opens-
nice.
It opens the liner, making it is an awesome knife.
Well, the brother has one which is somewhat similar, but it's actually a lock that you press down on. It's kind of I don't know if someone has one which is similar. It's kind of similar to a mechanism like this,
But you press on it.
but no, you have to pull down on it,
Okay. Yeah.
and it will lock. It will unlock.
yeah.
It's this one. It's
It's the
essentially-
same,
No,
the
but
same as this one.
It's a Victorinox, but with a similar.
With the access lock.
Yeah,
Mm.
but it's actually the only thing I don't like about it is it's made of plastic.
I'm pretty sure it's not a Victorinox.
No, it is a Victorinox.
It might be the other type of Victorinox. Not
No,
Victorinox,
The
ankle.
Wenger?
Wenger,
Wenger.
but Wenger doesn't exist anymore.
because Victorinox bought them.
Yeah, and this one, the red one,
Yeah, this one.
is actually a former Wenger.
Ah,
I like this little thing.
Yeah, Pioneer.
these are-
If I had to choose out of these two,
No, sorry, This one,
It's the no, it's
this one is actually a weird model. It is the electrician.
the electrician.
Are they both the same? These ones?
Nope.
No.
Nope, they're
It's the blades that are different.
What you got?
so
there?
you got
Okay,
you got a large one.
got the large one. Right.
Yep.
What else you got there? Classic flathead
Oh,
screwdriver
Bottle
can opener.
And this one.
That small stubby blade is actually an electrician or lineman's blade knife.
Yeah.
Actually,
I am a lineman for the county.
Don't tell me you
You
have
gotta
another
open
one.
it like the traditional Swiss Army.
if you want to compare,
My nails are not
this is actually a
okay,
lineman's knife
insulated and everything, eh?
and everything. It is my current issued.
Lineman's knife.
Yep. Because time to time I still open cables.
That's an all, I guess.
This is an all, yeah. And you got
A screwdriver.
well, the other one is just the standard can opener /
The
screwdriver.
big difference is one
Lineman's
is the
knife.
saw.
Yeah. So I like that one better because I
Yeah.
don't know what I would use a lineman's knife for.
But
Not
for
being
you
a
guys-
lineman.
Yeah.
But for you guys carvers,
Very true.
Yeah.
that
Very,
would be
very
nice.
true.
I would take one.
Actually, it's not that expensive. It's about $20.
Yeah.
Really?
At the
Amazon, whatever.
Yeah, I think it's time for me to get another Victorinox just for old time's sake, even, you know.
Yeah, the big difference between the one I have and this one, instead of having the little awl thing.
Yep.
Well, first of all, it's a classic red.
yeah.
And instead of having the awl, it has the scissors.
The scissors. Yeah.
And on the back side, I have the screwdriver and
Scissors
the awl.
not bad though on Victorinox.
Yeah, they're not bad. And even the fact that the little spring mechanism broke,
Yeah.
which
But-
often
yeah.
happens,
Actually,
it's still kind of I
Actually,
can still work with.
Hey, Mike Martin's here. How's it going?
You still can get those springs
All-Star
as replacement part.
Oh yeah,
Um,
I should probably replace it.
and they're cheap as hell. You can get them at the Mac nearby.
The Mac.
Mac.
Mick.
Oh,
Mon-
Mac.
Mountain
Mon-
Equipment Co-op.
Okay.
Yeah, they're just at the counter, at the cash counter.
Zach says, whoops, hold on. I just lost my page. Zach says, growing up in Newfoundland, sacks, Swiss Army knives were nicknamed can lids because of the steel they used and how quickly the edge would go. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
The electrician's knife reminds you of a grafting knife. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
A what?
A grafting knife for when you're
Um,
grafting.
Grafting, yeah. Pruning.
It is a Dr. Sharp. Actually, I'm using this knife to open the outer sheet of phone cables or big coax. I'm working in telecom.
I remember what this blade had as default, as a problem with it.
What?
The edge starts so far away from the corner.
Yeah.
It's almost half an inch.
Does that even, to me, that,
It is not bothering me at all.
hold on. I could see it bugging me if I was doing feather sticking, but I could see it being fabulous if I'm trying to sharpen the damn thing.
Yeah,
Let's just compare.
because it's
this one.
it's very far away.
I like where this knife,
Yeah,
where this
the
blade
way-
starts
the
back.
way-
yeah, it's
the
a
way they
little
did
bit
the,
closer.
Yeah, because they went full flat grind with it, and the other one they did a drop before the blade. So
This one starts right there, which you cannot see. Hold on, if I turn it this way, maybe it'll catch the light a bit.
Yeah, I think so.
yeah, you did.
Boom, right there. See?
Yep.
See how far? If I put it in front of Sales and do that, because he's wearing black. He's wearing a Rain Dance Bushcraft branded shirt, by the way. Whereas this one, ignore the serrations. I'll put this one in front of LT because he's wearing a white shirt. So, I mean, they're very... Bloody hell. Hold on.
Similar.
Well, they're similar and they're not, right?
Yeah, honestly, if I'd had to choose, I'd probably go for the slightly smaller black one.
If this is not serrated, I would go for that as well. Also because this one I find is too big for my hand. We've had this conversation
Yeah.
before. This
Yeah.
is not the one that I like the most. It's the Forester. I think you're right. It's the one.
That's
that I
funny
like
because I used to carry this one out every single day. And recently I've switched, I don't know why, back
this one.
to the serrated one as my everyday carry.
Well, you're working in telecom, so a serrated blade will last longer.
Actually, I'm carrying this one up mainly because I use it for lunch.
I was about to say he's going to talk about steak.
Okay. We don't
Yeah.
have the same quality of lunch, I guess.
Well, it's a valid reason, though.
Yeah, well, it's
Serrated edge. Mike, check this out. Look what I just got gifted. Check out my new over
Strike collar.
yeah.
I think it's pretty cool.
That's why I'm representing my daughter's shop.
Because she made this,
Yes.
and
It's
Pretty
it's going to
happy
be
with it.
one of the line. She's probably going to make also a cover.
almost too pretty to use. Yeah. Didn't you? Yes.
I wanted to show this one. See, now it's got massacred,
Yeah, but you know what?
And
it means
the-
that the handle hasn't.
but there's a reason for it. Because,
You've used it.
oh yeah, I've used it.
Yeah.
But the thing about the reason why it's so freaking battered at this point is I'm using this axe as a splitting axe.
Yeah.
I was going to say it's because you got no aim.
It's not a real maul. Right?
No. This is not a maul.
I'm not.
This is not a splitting axe. in
It's
fact.
not
That's
a
a
splitting
heavy
axe.
axe, though.
It's heavy.
It's
that's,
heavy.
That's why I'm using it as a splitting axe because, damn, this thing goes through anything.
You're right, Mike.
And actually,
Very
I
few.
don't like using
That's
a
a
maul.
thick leather.
I'll use
It's even
an axe
thicker.
for using a maul.
I have a maul. The problem is my maul is terrible. Mike has a very nice maul, if I remember correctly, but my maul is terrible. What do you use to prevent rust on your
You
axes?
did the lacing? Or?
Yeah, I did the lacing.
To prevent rust,
Nice
I
one.
use
Thanks.
mineral oil.
I use wax.
Some people use wax, some people use gun oil or
And
whatever.
I'm just lazy because I just used
The beautiful
boiled
Linseed.
linseed oil on the handle. So I'm like, put on the head too.
Well,
Yeah.
that's legit too.
Yeah.
I use mineral oil, food grade mineral oil, because I never know when I want. Hey, I'm going to start that whole sentence again, okay?
Go ahead.
Well, as usual,
Take two.
at least once a night.
Once a night.
I use food grade boiled, mineral oil, because this axe may get used like in a pinch to carve a spoon or something, right? So anything that may be used for a spoon, I don't want to use anything that's not food grade. So like I don't put gun oil on it or anything.
Like, even after splitting a log for a spoon, you won't get over every single part of that.
Yeah,
cut
but like
later
I chop
on.
up to the line with an axe, right?
Okay,
Why you got to be hating?
it's not eating. It's just.
He's hating.
It's just.
Is it a little overcautious?
You're still gonna get something else.
Okay,
down
let
the
me put
line.
it to you this way then. Between the price of mineral oil and the price of gun oil, because we've all bought gun oil here, you have not.
I've never bought gun oils. Canadian Forces supplied.
Okay, so
Used.
for you,
Used.
the
No, I
fiscal aspect is
I use mineral oil because I have mineral oil at home, but it's just because it's more convenient. It's a one oil.
one oil.
Mhm.
One oil to
One
I'm
oil
actually-
doing it-
I'm
doing it
actually
all, so-
using tool wax.
tool wax. Really?
Yep.
Huh.
The same wax that I've put on my planes and chisel. I'm using it to protect my axe heads with.
Well, I think in general, doing something is better than nothing.
Yeah, you need to you need to do what did you bring?
I brought a few things. Well, actually, because
Are we finishing the oil thing first? Or?
Okay,
yeah,
let's finish the oil thing.
yes,
So-
absolutely.
Yeah,
We'll move on to my stuff.
Anyway,
after.
you got to take care of your tool. Either you
Yeah.
use oil or another oil, but you got to
Mhm.
take care
Or
of your
wax.
tool. So whatever you're using, as long as it works. I mean, The oil is not going to stay on your axe if you use it. So
any high
you gotta
carbon
reapply.
steel at this point, anything that's not stainless steel.
I would not use WD-40.
No.
yeah, it stinks.
Stinks, and I find that
And
it
it
doesn't
tastes
last.
bad.
And it's
WD in WD-40 stands for what?
I don't remember, but I know that
weapon degreaser or
No, water displacement.
displacement. Yeah, because it that's what it does. It
And it was the 40 is actually the 40th formula that they've developed, and that's it.
Yeah, and so that I find that it's not good as an oil because it's not really
It's a soap.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, it's the same purpose as the soap.
Zach Fudge says water displacement as well. You carry walnut oil in your kit for steel preservation. It's food safe, so you can use it for emergency fry. For an emergency fry, nice. Yep, absolutely. Yeah. What do you mean? Well, we know why he steps off camera now. What's that supposed to mean? What you talking about? What you talking about? But yeah, so I mean, I guess you can use whatever oil you want. You can use olive oil if you want.
Some do.
Yeah, some do. I would be afraid of it going rancid after a while, but I use my axes often enough that you kind of don't have to worry about that.
Your sheet being rancid?
The sheet, yeah.
At the end, I'm not bothering with this. I'm still going to use wax and not.
But I find that's probably a good one because even if you use it with, because usually it's made with beeswax, right?
It is, yeah. It is like.
Yeah, so
80% beeswax.
So let's say use it on like stuff you might use to eat. It's not toxic.
The main reason why I'm using wax actually it is because I'm not using my axes and planes and everything else as often as I'd like to.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my father used to when we went to a camp that we rented that had a wooden stove. Since the camp wasn't needed. The stove was rusting out. So my father stoked the stove, and then he took paraffin and went all over the surface, and then we cooked on it, straight on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not dead yet.
He's not fine.
I may be dead, but my body doesn't know it, and it's preserved. So.
So paraffin is magical, okay?
Yeah, I mean it's a paradox.
It's a paradox.
You're a paradox.
Most likely. I did crazy shit, so I mean
demonetized.
Yeah.
No, it's already retracted.
Yeah. Right.
Retracted.
What else did you bring, man? Okay.
Yeah, well, I'll start with this because this is actually the first sharp item I've ever bought. This is a Canadian Tire Special
East Wing.
And no, it's an imitation East Wing. And it's badly sharpened.
Yeah, it's not a bad leather sheet though.
No, it's not bad.
I mean, I've seen worse.
Tire, it's like
it's like a Colin's or something.
Coleman.
I forget what the brand name
either
was.
A Coleman or a Canadian Tire brand.
But the reason why I bought this one in particular is because it's one piece.
Yeah.
It's a
like it's. I'm not gonna worry about the head coming off.
That's true.
You know.
The other Canadian Tire Specials, they all have that sort of the round metal that goes into a socket,
which is actually a hazard because I think if my memory serves me right, Walmart has a similar axe, which is probably all the same thing. They're all what's the word? Recall?
Yeah, they're being recalled
because the heads keep on popping off. So that's not going to be an issue with this one.
This is a beater, and this is one that you can use for everything. I mean, it's sharp enough.
You can use it for grabbing.
Actually, they are very nice to throw.
I have never thrown an axe, so I don't know.
Oh, geez, we're going to need to do something.
Yeah.
Axe Mania. Yeah, too bad I'm not here in a couple of weeks more. We would end up doing live.
You could come down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
I do a live stream from the axe, right?
Yeah, that would have been nice. That and the indoor.
I'm so in if we do that. By the way,
we're going to need to do something.
What did you do to this pole, man?
Yep.
I'm going to be member of the Valcartier range
batoned
soon. So
you batoned with an axe?
Yes, I did. But
You can baton with anything. You're not supposed to baton with a Canadian belt knife. You're not supposed to baton with an axe. You're not supposed to baton with a knife.
Well, you're better off batoning with an axe,
especially a cheap
than
one.
with this.
Than with that.
But well, technically, I would call this a hatchet.
Yes,
not an
hatchet,
axe.
Yeah.
What I love about it is this wedge. Look at this wedge. It's crazy how, I split little kindling with that easily.
Yeah. It's safer to use this to do kindlings than to use the bigger axe. But I'd rather baton than using an axe and doing kindling. So
there's a little work on the edge, though.
But for sure. This thing needs to be sharpened big time.
It's been beaten up.
Yeah,
it shows.
But I've had this thing for over 20 years.
Yeah.
You know,
the edges roll here, and it's hit a rock.
That's fine.
Yeah,
I mean, it's a beater.
Yeah,
it's a beater.
In fact, if you've had this for 20 years, this is probably what they used to sell before they started selling the one that's been all.
And you would cry.
It's actually
and Jesse, you would cry seeing the axe I have at home. It's an ugly bastard that doesn't have any making, but and there's even nails in the head.
Wait, Zach, come on, really? There's a bar in downtown Halifax that does axe throwing.
Yeah, we do have one in Montreal.
There's actually a bar. Well, actually a range, an axe throwing range, right down this street.
But he's talking about a bar.
Yeah, that's fine.
They sell alcohol. Yes.
What's the issue?
Why do you think the girl on the video received
the axe over her head?
Too. Yes. Oh my God.
She threw like a drunk.
So this thing,
drunk Soviet.
So this thing is a little small and didn't quite cut it. And didn't quite cut it. And my brother had made a machete using a lawnmower blade. I'm like, I want one too. So I'm
almost tempted to say, I want one also.
He made this monstrosity. Look at this thing.
He made this out of a lawnmower blade?
This was a lawnmower blade. And he actually tried to weld the whole shut. But obviously there's some pitting and everything like that. But
who cares? He made this out of a lawnmower blade.
You know, this is the classical Canadian Force machete I've worked with.
Except they couldn't afford the lawnmower blades to make them from.
Nope. The handle was smaller, though.
But let me tell you, this thing, when sharpened, I've gone through trees which were close to 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
One shot.
Yep.
I did the same thing with the machete I got home, but they're cheap.
Yeah.
They're cheap Chinese steel. One of them made an S in the blade.
Nice.
But it was like frozen in winter.
Okay.
But I mean, took the blade to and pounded it back in. It's close enough. And it works.
Yeah.
I'm sure about it.
Yeah. But this is what I believe is machete.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the archetype of the real thing.
Yeah. I mean, originally they were probably exactly
and it's
like
a Scandinavian grind.
It's a Scandivex, I would call it.
Yeah, because it's pretty much a Scandi.
Yeah.
Because you use the a belt grinder, sander.
I think I'm trying to remember what he used. I don't know if he had a grinder. No, did he have a grinder like that one? Like
or did he have a belt one that had the long belt?
No, he used either. I forget what he used, honestly.
Is he watching? Is he online?
I
he
don't
was
know.
online. I mean,
I don't think he's on.
Nope, he isn't.
I thought the handle was too big. It's a little too short, but it's pretty good for my hand.
Yeah.
Too. Yeah.
And that's actually walnut.
Walnut. Jesus.
I'm like,
it did a really, really great job. It's not full tang.
No, but it goes.
It's a half tang.
It goes
can be
all the way over here.
Yeah, it is.
So it's almost
a full tang.
The only thing I would do is a full tang, even though it shocks your hand a little more.
Well, the reason why you think it's not is because
it's inside.
Yeah, it's inside. It actually goes in a little bit, so it's like a lot thinner over here.
Yeah.
It's just the way the lawnmower blade was made. It's,
okay.
just you know.
Oh, I really like that.
And unfortunately, like I tried to, because at first he had a gap.
Yeah, yeah.
It was just 2 pieces sandwiches
Yeah.
with the steel, so it kind of like bothered my hand.
Yeah, it was like on top.
Yeah,
It was not cut like this.
exactly. So I took it apart and I made a groove inside, but unfortunately it like chipped here and on the other side. So I just put
Fiddle. Yeah.
just put
Which is fine.
Screw it,
I just thought about
But
here's one axe that has been treated with wax.
This is like
It's solid.
oh yeah.
With a lawnmower blade, you can't go wrong. And I use this thing to cut like roots and whatnot, and it's still in decent condition.
This is a Walters Black Diamond, by the way.
I would buy one. Yeah.
I also have a Walters Black Diamond. Black Diamond was like their premium line.
Yep. But I
So
just
this is waxed.
yeah, this is waxed. And this is one axe that I'm not gonna use anyway, so
Yeah.
ever.
Wall hanger.
I actually found this in my grandfather's basement.
Oh,
Restored it.
And I re-hung it, yes.
Oh, lost Jesse.
yeah, Jesse's just.
I don't know why.
I'll be right back.
I guess the beer went down.
I'm right here, you know.
We know. That's why we say it.
He's in earshot.
That's a nice axe.
That's yeah.
That's like too pretty to use.
Yeah. And that one and I literally I found the hack's head and barely knew I knew it was probably a Hudson Bay or Montreal pattern. Turns out to be a Montreal pattern.
Yeah.
And and just start restoring it, then removing the rust, only to find out it was a black Walters
Walter
Black Diamond. Out of the blue.
Wow.
Yeah, I had a buddy of mine. He gave me an axe head that was in his grandfather's basement.
Okay.
All rusted up. It's like probably Chinese crap.
Yeah, that's what I
So
thought.
disappointed to see there's no markings
Yeah.
on it whatsoever. But by the looks of it, it looks like it was used as a wedge. So the part of the eye is a little warped. I'm like,
Warphouse.
I'm probably gonna have, if I'm gonna do anything with it, I'm probably gonna have to modify it because it's so badly damaged. I'm gonna have to cut off a part which is like,
Which isn't as bad as you may think about.
What are you
Because
going to modify?
I wouldn't bother at all using at least a bit of only the bit of it.
one detail. Well, no, I'm talking about the eye. And part of the issue is the fact that,
just cut it.
yeah, well, that's what I'm going to do. But part of it also is like rusted.
Yeah.
So I have no choice to cut that part off because it's
Nothing because
one that he found.
you were just not there, so that's fine.
His grandfather's basement.
But just I'm not gonna cut this one up,
No.
obviously. But
One
just-
does not
just-
cut a black diamond.
just cut it off and use it as not as a block. No, I don't
wedge?
use it
Like a
don't-
splitting
well,
wedge?
No, don't use it as a splitting wedge, but more to hold to hold. Let's say from one log, put it inside, then hold another log to split it or to work on.
Well, like the pick.
Yeah,
Like
Okay.
a pickaroon kind of thing.
yeah, but without the handle, just the wedge, just the blade part of it.
Okay.
What axe is this?
Oh, this is a head that my friend found in his grandfather's basement.
Okay.
You need a better sheet.
Yeah, I know. This was handmade, like 20 odd years ago.
Except that what I like about this whole package is that it is so damned handmade. Like, this is what I imagine the original machetes were.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, without sheet.
Like, hand built out of, you know.
They had no sheets.
Nope,
They didn't.
they carried them
Yeah.
as a weapon
Yeah.
or as a.
And they were not as sharp as we are sharpening them right now.
I would 90 degree the spine so that you can just
He would 90 degree everything anyway. Even it's good blade. So on both sides, I mean,
That's
on the blade side and on the spine.
You know how I keep asking you why you got to be hating?
Because you're so easy.
So this is actually the last piece of my journey so far, because between the large axe, which what was it, 3.5 pounds? I think we said it was. It's a heavy axe.
It's heavy.
And first of all, try and cut kindling with that. Well, not kindling, but like small pieces.
Jeez.
When you start with a log, this is too small. It's minuscule. It's great for kindling, but anything a little bit bigger, forget about it. This is just a hack and slash. I'm not going to use this to make, firewood. And the other one is just too damn heavy. I needed something in between.
Well,
and this
I've
how
done it.
In moderation. All things in moderation.
Yeah.
This is moderation.
And
I just an apartheid.
Yeah.
I've done it. Splitting with.
I don't doubt you can, but it's, to me, this is like the fact that you have a large cutting area. I don't need.
I would like to say I like this conversation happening between Tenenbaum and Zach Fudge about how dumb people can get when there's like alcohol and blades.
Oh yeah, but in today's world, we don't lose anybody because to stupidity. Before there were no warnings, so stupid people didn't reproduce. They weren't there to reproduce.
Took themselves out of the gym.
We grew up in the 70s and the 80s,
Yeah.
We survived.
We did stupid thing. We merit our survival.
Yeah, we earned our survival.
Unfortunately, there's too many people right now that doesn't.
Oh yeah.
merit it.
Sometimes you wonder.
So I think I mentioned before in your last video.
Yeah.
This is actually an axe head, which is just straight at the bottom here.
Okay.
And
modified.
Yeah, it was modified. I did it like this for two reasons. Actually, maybe three, because I like the look of this.
The look of the Viking head.
Yeah, exactly. Second, I wanted to lighten it up, because I think this head was, 2.5 pounds.
Yeah, that's kind of.
And for the size of axe I wanted, it was a little too heavy. And third of all, I wanted something that I could
choke up on.
Yeah, I could choke up on, like that.
That looks sharp.
Well, and it's funny because I'm not a modder. I don't like modding. I don't do it. But there's something about this head shape that I really, makes me want to make one.
It took me, I think, days to really finalize what shape I wanted.
And as he said in my video, this is he toasted this or torched it or whatever the hell it's called. Cross wedge.
I had thought about trying to mimic this head.
Yeah.
But I said, no, I don't want this head. If I want this axe, I should buy it.
They're not affordable anymore.
I know they're not affordable.
At all.
Even before, they weren't affordable, in my opinion. Yeah, unfortunately, it snapped right there. So that's why it's like...
It's split?
Yeah.
Well, it is still...
So nice.
Yeah, it's still in, but you could see it right here. There's a slight gap because it started to come off.
Yeah.
So eventually I'm going to have to rehandle it. But hey, first time I did a wedge myself.
Yeah.
I wedged it myself.
And yeah, it just stopped. Yeah, why not a cross wedge?
Yeah, why not? If
why not the most difficult part of it?
Exactly.
Go big or go home.
That's right. But now I learned from it.
I want to do something. My father used to file his axe, and he used to do it
almost flat.
No, from the eye.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He used to use this file and grind the line.
Yeah.
To where he was doing his filing.
Okay.
So and that's what I was wondering if you had the same angle.
Well, mine's a little
kind of flat.
What's the word? Shallow? Is it shallow or steep?
Shallow?
Steeper. Yeah, it's actually a little bit steeper because the way I did it, I'm trying to remember the name of the method. It's when you use a golf ball
Oh yeah, you stick it. Yeah, I don't know what that method's called.
And that's what I first. Yeah, there you go. So basically, there's your angle. If I go
Okay.
about here.
Okay.
So you see, I don't actually have a golf ball. It's actually a piece of wood, which does the same purpose. But as you can see, it's
pretty much that.
It's pretty much that.
I'm gonna take this over to the camera.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That's nice.
And once I actually got the
done everything.
Good old Simon, right?
Always count on Simo for everything.
It's the Alibaba 10,000 treasure trove cave.
But once I actually got that edge, then I used the rooster method to polish it up.
Yeah.
Because it's
good old rooster method. You can't go wrong
with the sandpaper.
Okay. Yeah.
And actually, this golf ball, I got it from a trip in the US. And I literally bet with the manager on site that I would make a file handle for. I took a picture, sent it back to him over the internal email system, and 2 weeks after, he called me back, stating that it was the best file handle that he ever had because he made one for himself right after.
What did you use as an insert?
I would just like to say Zach Fudge is telling Serge to look for a Hultifora's Hulton would be a less expensive option than the Grand Spurs, which is true. Hultifora's, Husqvarna also.
Husqvarna
is true.
It is a metal
Can you
insert.
pass me the other axe?
Yep.
We do have some.
I want to
Right
show
there.
off the sheets as well. Since
Since
I
you
do
made
have
those.
some insert right there.
Yeah. The black box.
Want me to take it over
Yeah.
the camera?
no, we'll just well, I'm just gonna describe this one first. This one I actually made with my brother, and he actually had specific tools to make the holes, and he had certain types of needles to pass the
saddle stitch.
to do the saddle stitch, and we called the hamburger because you had put in the oven.
Wait, what?
The hamburger because you had put in the oven to dry it up quicker, and it created these marks right here in the grill. So it's
you never put leather in.
I know.
Although I'll tell you guys something for free, I would murder a hamburger right now. It's a pretty nice looking sheath.
This is different model.
Yeah. Well, I wanted something a little different.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a picture. If you don't mind.
Yeah, go ahead.
My daughter might.
That's a nicely made sheath. What do you guys think? Should we all get Serge to make us sheaths now? Hamburger or otherwise?
And meanwhile, I did this one solo. Once again, I kind of used a method my brother had used in the past, which to make the holes, because making the holes with a needle is impossible in leather.
No, forget about it.
Yeah. So I used a drill.
Oh, you used the drill. Okay.
Yeah. And that worked wonderfully.
That's what my daughter first did.
Yeah.
Well, that's
now she's got punch.
And what I've done is
I'm actually doing both.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm using punches only to get the spacing.
Oh,
exactly.
Then I'm switching to my drill.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I used a nail punch.
The advantage of using the punch, she's punching straight through, and it's a diamond shape hole. And when she used an awl to open it, and then she passed her needles.
Yeah.
Then the holes kind of squeeze on the wax treads. So that's we're at 45 almost.
Okay. Do we have a bell to ring tonight?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
And the funny thing about this sheet too is I did it in a mad rush because I realized I'm going up this weekend. It's hung. I want to use it.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I just sharpened it. I'm like, it's sharp. I'm not gonna carry this thing without a sheath. You know.
Yeah, my crappy Canadian tire hatchet. I made a sheet, and the rivet. I just put rivet in it, but I put it badly, so the rivet are crooked.
Oh.
So I have to redo it. Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Yeah, and one comment I have to give for anyone that's going to make a sheath for an axe, always put a spacer.
Yeah, always put a weld.
Yeah.
Because otherwise...
Zach says he
it's gonna
uses a
cut through it.
vacuum sealer to wet form his sheaths.
Actually, Zach, I would say not only I'm using also vacuum sealer for wet forming, but I'm now avoiding to use water. I'm using pure rubbing alcohol. It dries faster.
That's
But how do you use like
not a
a
bad
vacuum
idea.
sealer? Like, do you
Yeah,
just put it in?
grade. A food grade. Yeah.
But I mean, just the sheet, not with the hack's head.
With the hacksaw.
Yeah, of course. With
You
the
put it
accent.
in?
Well, and then you put the handle. No.
You
No.
do the sheet before that you hang it.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, that's the
But-
secret.
Yeah,
If you do the
put your
sheet after-
before,
Yeah.
then you wet it. I guess you wrap your blade.
But I'm
in
now
saran wrap.
using rubbing alcohol to wet form.
Hmm.
So rather than waiting 24 to 48 hours, I'm now waiting an hour.
Yeah, and the big advantage of doing it like that too, because I had done that too with this one. The problem is that, like, I noticed after started having a little bit of rust on there.
Now, would you force a patina though with rubbing alcohol? I mean, to a
Not-
certain
not-
extent, you're
not-
going to throw a saran wrap on
Yeah,
the
but-
blade anyway, right?
Yeah, and the other thing is I'm not
Yeah, I didn't. Think that.
I'm not leaving it in the under seal under vacuum for a long time.
Okay. Does anyone
I'm actually also using the vacuum to force the dye into the leather.
see? I don't have a vacuum sealer,
That's
so
it's just a food grade one that I'm using to wrap
steaks.
beef, ground beef and stuff like that.
We got to stop talking about food. Oh man, I could murder a schnitzel.
Hey, why
he
don't
wants
we?
to murder a schnitzel now.
I have an idea. Maybe we should change from food to something Jesse likes.
I like
Knots.
food. Knots. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me what you got.
Well, I got books.
You got books.
Well, I'll move this out of the way here.
I got books. Some are in French. Basically, the classical knots. This is a repertoire of
La classique des nœuds.
of knots. It contains hundreds of knots. Unfortunately, we use like 10 knots out of 1,000 we see.
Yeah.
We practice
There's
3, 4, 5. I mean, you get used to do knots, certain knots, and then these knots become your favorite, and then you use those most of the time. So, I mean, once you master 10 knots in your field, you probably won't need any more.
Yeah.
Because you can do away with the ones you've got.
Boucle d'alpiniste.
Yep. I mean,
You guys will recognize this.
there's so many. That's the Prusik.
No, it's
No.
not. It
a
is
Prusik.
the
This one is a climber hitch.
Yeah,
That's something
the
climber
Alpine-
hitch, but
Alpine.
the other name is the gunner hitch or the
There's thousands of names for the same thousand of knots.
Yep.
You can go to Wikipedia, get knots, all kinds of Navy knots, surlure and permanent loops that you can make. There is knots. This one is basically the knots, the practical book.
it is actually a translation from one of many
English ones. This is
Butterworth.
This is a pretty good one.
Jeffrey Butterworth has written I don't know how many books on knots.
And
Jeffrey Budworth, Les Nœuds.
Yeah, it's a
Le Grand Livre
translation.
Pratique.
Yeah.
So the practical book of knots, I guess.
You can even refer to most bushcraft books will have at least
Yeah.
some knots.
Hey, that's a classic book.
Well, it became
It
a
became
classic.
Yeah,
It's
because
Dave Canterbury. That's the new series he's brought. I've got the 101. I've got the 201s. I still have to purchase his medical emergencies one, and there's a third one for I'm not sure.
he's now at 5 or 6.
5 or 6 already
in that series. Yeah.
This book, the original name of this book is The Illustrated Encyclopedia of Knots.
Yeah. But the Dave Canterbury books is for beginners.
Perfect for me.
Well, yeah, you will anyway. Any books you will learn something. You will extract something from it. There is some concept that you may not be aware of. He used the 5 C's, the 10 C's. This is his concept. There's some things. But it is a basic book. There's a lot of things that most people already know, already have not been used in many years because it's old school, old ways of doing things. There's a better way. So that's another way of going around to learn knots. But the main thing, you got to do the knots. You got to practice.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So,
and the thing is also... Nice.
No.
That's only a branch.
well, a branch, not a log.
You can't baton with a knife.
Well, you can't batten a log with a knife, except if you have the original Jess X, which I have at home.
Fair point.
I still hate him.
Yeah, I got it from another guy in BC, in Alberta. So
Hey, Winder's here.
Yep.
yeah, so you got to practice the knots, and you can set yourself this on a carbiner on a nail, and then do some knots to like if you were tying up your tarp or something like that. So for Jesse, remember the picture I sent you when you were doing the and I was explaining that I was using that for my tarps.
Yeah, yours looked a lot more complex than mine, though.
In reality, it's only one knot.
It's only one knot.
It's only one knot, and half inch. Okay, to be fair.
To be
Yeah. So I'll take the orange cord, and he's going to be our anchor, and you're going to be the tarp. So.
You have a raincoat.
Do I have to get all stiff now?
So basically, he's going to be the tree, the anchor. So with the knots, and I'm going to do. So basically, what I do is what's the name in English for the chair?
The bowline.
The bowline. Okay. So basically, through the eyelet of the tarp we're using in the cadets is basically ground sheets with heavy duty eyelets. I passed through
Like big grommets.
Yes, big grommets, and I passed through the 4 of them that we have at the peak when we make a uchi. So I'm using a bowline. Okay. So he's holding the bowline, and I'm going around my tree. Okay, and simply coming back to the bowline inside the knot and using it as a pulley, and then
as
a pulley, and then doing simple half hitch. So I pinch the knot, slide the half hitch, and it's done.
Fuck me.
Demonetized.
well, okay.
That's pretty good.
So if you have good grommets, or if you're using a rock, you tie around the rocks and then go around the tree, come back into the eye, and then pull it off. And this is one, but you can do 2. You can do an escape hitch also, which will be able to take down your tarp in about 10 seconds. So instead of going through, you block your cord, make a loop, do a second, just close it around.
And then you can just pull the trailing end.
And then if there's water running to your line, and then it's going to go down because you have a knot here. So once you're ready to undo the tarp, pull it off, and it's gone.
I love it.
So
this
is the simplest.
It is just too simple for Jesse. So
this is the simplest.
He's going to need some time to think about this.
Yeah.
Do that again.
Okay, so I do my bowline.
Yeah. Here,
Okay.
I'll be the tarp.
Okay, you're the tarp.
I'm the tarp.
Okay,
Simone will be the tree this time.
the tree. Okay, so basically you go around your tree, but you have to anchor the other side first.
You have to anchor your tarp first.
This is the second notch you're going to do, second side. Okay, you can do the first side the same way, but you'll be against the tree or a certain distance where you're going to do a knot and simply lock your tarp in position.
Yeah.
This is the tensioning. So with this one,
I'm
going back through the eye
here
and then pulling the tension I need
tension up
on my tarp, and then I pinch the knot.
It.
Either do an half hitch or an escape hitch. Either way, it's the same knot or almost, and then take the tension and do it. With the one, it's already keeping the tension. With the two, it's locked in place. So if I do a second one, you can pull as much as you want. Unless the cord is stretching, nothing is going to move.
I prefer the escape hitch personally.
I like the escape hitch better too.
Yes, because this one's going to be harder to undo.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's an half hitch. It's a simple half knot, so it's going to be easy to undo anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so difference, make a loop into the half hitch, keep your tension, slide it over, slide it down, make it in. Okay, and if you have lots of ropes, you can do 20 times this way, and then it becomes the escapee hitch.
Oh my God, Sam's, we're getting rained on. Let's go the hell home.
Boom.
Amazing.
And against your tree, usually what I do the same thing, go around the tree twice, the 2 turns and a half hitch, do the same thing. Escapee hitch instead of the half hitch on your rope.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the tarp, and then I'll go around my tree twice, okay, then I come back and I'll do a half hitch, but keep.
But you're not pulling the trailing end all the way through.
Exactly. So I'm gonna do the trailing end, bring it in, okay,
Do it twice.
Do it more than twice because this is gonna take a lot of tension. Okay.
Because you're not tensioning the same way. You're gonna tension manually rather than using.
You're slack here. At this point, you only have the tarp on it.
Yeah.
That's your anchor. So you make it a little more, so that way it's gonna take tension. And then if it's slack a bit, it's gonna tensioning. It's gonna tight, and then it's gonna hold. Yeah. And then you're gonna pull the other tension on the other side.
Zach, that's not very nice. Yeah, Dr. Sharp, me too.
Well, it just makes me think, because often we don't think of how these knots could be useful.
Zach's going to be video gaming with his girl later.
One of the types of knots or loops that I discovered only a few years ago is the parachute knot, or the parachute. Was it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I saw the wire over there, and that's how I put up my extension cords all the time now. Like if I just
you mean the geez, that's the
is that a knot you go around and
no, it's not really a knot. It's more like a
it is a
wrap.
A wrap.
Is there a wrap?
Yeah.
You make a loop like that with your extension.
The terms
really go for a wrap
awful.
right now.
And then you go around,
basically
pull through.
Basically, you start. You have it in half, like you just fold in half. Then you make one loop.
Oh, yeah,
then you pull the
it's the escapee ladder.
Yeah,
it's the escapee ladder.
And for extensions, it's amazing because then you just like pull on it and it comes right off.
I used
like a parachute, right?
Yeah, I used to recoil my ropes or extension like that so I can store them.
Yeah,
basically going through and through all the time.
Yeah, it's a similar system, and it's very convenient because it's very easy. You don't wrap it up like an idiot, like a monkey.
It doesn't get tangled.
It doesn't get tangled.
I wrap it up like that.
Very.
By the way,
sorry.
It's okay.
Well, most people do.
He's gonna learn that.
Most people do. Before I learned this,
if you wrap it like this, there is a way of taking it's a Navy way. Okay?
Mhm.
My
Yeah.
Navy background shows now.
Mhm.
It's simply you do your loops 6 feet long, then you go around and you come back inside that first wrap, and you go up here, and then you pull.
Oh, then it's a hank.
It's a hank, and then all you have to do is do 8
Yeah.
sliding knots, and it's done. You put it in your bag, pull it out, then pull that one out, and it's done, and then it's ready to use. So that way it keeps the cordage a little more
Yeah.
manageable.
But anyway, all that to say is that,
guys. Okay, so
Anyway.
it's 2300 hours.
already.
So
Already.
thanks to everyone for hanging out. We've got a bell to ring that I
That you like?
okay. Okay. What am I gonna ding it with?
Use your knife or use your bottle opener.
Back of the knife.
I thought you were going to say your axe.
This is a Walters, as everybody knows. I like me some Walters action. So thanks for hanging out with me. And I guess I hope
We'll see you back.
Yeah.
Maybe.
hopefully soon.
Yeah, on a hangout.
Sooner
or
Once we
something.
get my network issues worked out. So thanks for hanging out, guys. See you later.
It doesn't ring because
No,
it's
Because
not.
it's full of.
Yeah.
That was funny, right, guys? Funny? Yeah. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.